let us discuss graphs. A graph is very powerful method to present information or data. So now let us present position time information graphically for this for the following example. So now I am taking data here, that is, let us write here time. I am measuring time in terms of seconds. Now I am taking here position, and I am measuring position in terms of, let's say, meters. When time is 0, the location of the particle is also 0. When time is 1 second, then location of the particle from origin is 2 meter. When time is 2, position is 4. When time is 3, position is 6. When time is 4, position is 8. When time is 5, position is 10. So it means when time t is 0, the location of the particle is the particle is at reference point. When time t is 1, then location of the particle is 2 meter away from the origin. When time t is 2, particle is at 4 meter away from the origin, and so on. These are the data points. So let us draw. See, you can also take like this. So it's going along positive axis. So this is the axis. Now this is your reference point, and let's say this is 2 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter, 6 meter, 8 meter, and 10 meter. This is your reference point. At time t is 0, location of the particle is here. At time t equals to 1 second, particle is here. At time t equals to 2 second, particle is here. At time t is 3, particle is at 6 meter, and so on. So this is measured in terms of meters. So positive. Let us draw the graph for this case. So now the graph is, you can take here, as time changes, your position is changing. So you can take time in x-axis and position in y-axis. Let us do that. So now this is time. This is time in seconds, and this is location or position. This is position, let us say that is x in meters, and this is time in seconds. So this is 0, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have data up to 5 seconds only. And now in x-axis you can take because it's going from 0 to 10, you can take each grid is a 2 units. So first point is 2, second point is 4, third point is 6, next is 8, and final point is 10. So now let us identify this. First, when time t is 0, then location of the particle is also 0. When time t is 0, location of the particle is also 0. Let us identify the point here. Time t is 0, location of the particle is also 0, so you get point here. When time t equals to 1, then location is 2. So time t is 1, location is 2, then combined point is, this is the point. When time t is 2, then location is 4. So here we get point. When time t is 3, location is 6. So this is the data point. when time t is 4, location is 8. This is the point. Now when time t is 10, location is 5. So you get this point. So when you connect all these points, you get a straight line. So this is the displacement versus time graph. Now you can say, for example, if you want to know what is the position of the object at time t equals to 4. This is time t equals to 4. Let us see corresponding distance or displacement or position, that is 8. If you want to know location of the particle at time t is 2, at time t is 2, then corresponding position is 4 meters and so on. Now once you know this, once you know how to draw this, you can find out displacement. And displacement is defined as change in position. So that this is position and change in position is delta x. You can find change in position during some interval. Let us say, what is change in position of this object during 1 and let's say during or between 0 and 5 seconds. Now change in position of the body between 0 and 5 seconds is, you can say, its position at time t equals to 5 seconds minus position of the body at time t equals to 0. That is the change in position. Change in position of the body between time t is 0 and time t is 5 seconds. So now delta x will be now, and time t equals to 5. At time t equals to 5, the location is 10. You can write down that is 10 minus at time t is 0, location is also 0. You can write 0. Then delta x equals to 10 meters. So this is change in position of the body between time t is 0 and 5. Similarly, you can find change in position of the body between time t equals to 1 and 4. So to find that, or displacement between time interval t equals to 1 and 4, that is delta x, you can take it as delta x, that equals to location of the body when time t equals to 4 minus location of the body when time t equals to 1. We want to find displacement of the body between time t equals to 1 and 4. So this one. So now delta x equals to, so location of the body at time t is 4 is 8, and location of the body when time t equals to 1 is 2. So that is 6 meters. And similarly, you can find out displacement of the body between time t equals to 2 and 4 seconds. So displacement of the body between time t equals to 2 seconds and 4 seconds is, you can take delta x equals to x at t is 4 minus x at t is 2. From that you can get, that will be 4 at t is 4, location is 8, at t is 2, location is 4, then 8 minus 4 will be your 4 meters. So this is how you can find change in position. This is how to find out change in position. Now let us try to find out how to find velocity from this. So velocity is defined as delta x by delta t. This is average velocity between time interval t and t plus delta t. So let us compute for this case, let us compute velocity of the body between 0 and 5 seconds. 0 and 5 seconds. So now I am taking time interval here. First is 0 second and second one is 5 seconds. Now we want to get velocity of the body between time interval t is 0 and time t is 5. When time t is 0 second, your location is, the location of the body you can write down as x of t1, that is x of t1, t1 is 0, then When t1 is 0, x is also 0. Similarly, x of t2 equals to, when t2 is 5 seconds, then your displacement is 10 meter. So you can write down 10 meter. Then velocity during 0 and 5 seconds is x t2 minus x t1 by t2 minus t1. X t2 is location of the body at time t is t2, and x t1 is location of the position of the body at time t is t1, and this is time interval. So x t2 is 10 meter minus x t1 is 0 by t2 is 5 second and t1 is 0 second. So this will be 10 by 5, and the velocity equals to 2, and that is measured in terms of meter. This is measured in terms of second. So 2 meter per second. This is your velocity. Velocity is, because 10 by 5, that is 2 meter per second. That is the velocity of the body. So you can also compute velocity of the body. This is velocity of the body. 2 meter per second is the velocity of the body between time interval 0 and 5. You can take that is 0 and 5 seconds. You can also compute velocity of the body between time interval maybe let's say 2 and 3. If you take 2 and 3, then velocity of the body between time interval 2 and 3 seconds is delta x by delta t by definition, and here delta x equals to change in position. Now here time interval is, I am taking average velocity between time t equals to 2 and t equals to 3. So you get t2 minus t1, and here x t2 minus x t1. And my time interval is here from 2 to 3. It means t1 equals to 2 seconds, t2 equals to 3 seconds. When t1 equals to 2 seconds, then x of t1 will be equals to, you can get that from the graph. When t2 equals to, when t1 equals to 2 seconds, the corresponding position is 4, and t2 equals to 3, corresponding position is 6. So now x of t1 equals to, now it's 4 meter, and x of t2 equals to 6 meter. So then velocity equals to x of t2 minus x of t1, that is 6 minus 4 by t2 minus t1. t2 is 3 and t1 is 2, then 3 minus 2, that equals to 2 by 1, that equals to 2 meter per second. See, now you can say average velocity of the body between 0 and 5 seconds and average velocity of the body between 2 and 3 seconds, both are same, because the body is covering, from here you can say that the body is covering equal displaced, or you can say the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of times. In first second it is covering 2 meter distance, in the second second it is covering once again 2 meter distance, in third second once again the body is covering the same amount of distance. So from that you can say that the body is moving with a uniform velocity, and also whatever be the time interval, it may be 0.0 to 5 or maybe 2 to 3. This answer we got for 2 to 3. So whatever be the interval, your average velocity is same. So it means that velocity of the body is constant. At any point of time, velocity of the body is constant. Now let us draw velocity versus time graph. Or for example, in general, if you take for the same, in general, if this is t in seconds, and if this is the location or position, that is the position. If you get a graph something like this, a model graph, then velocity of this body, now this is the position versus time graph for a body, and velocity of this body you can get by taking the slope, and the slope of this equation, slope of this line will be x t2 minus x t1 by t2 minus t1. This is the equation to compute velocity. So the same equation we have used to compute velocity of the body between 0 and 5 seconds, and similarly between 2 and 3 seconds also. Now once you get velocity at different times, you can draw velocity time graph. Let us see what is that. For this case, for the above problem, I said velocity is a constant everywhere. So it means when time t equals to 0, when time t equals to 0, velocity is 2, time t equals to 1, velocity is 2, and when time t equals to 2, velocity is again 2, and time t is 3, velocity is once again 2, and time t is 4, velocity is once again 2 meter per second, and here time is measured in terms of second and velocity is measured in terms of meter per second. So now if you draw the graph for this, you will get, this is time, in seconds, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and even you can take at fifth second also the same velocity. Then here the scale is 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. At time t is 0, velocity is 2, so it means here you will get point. At time t equals to 1, you get the same point. At time t equals to 2, again the same. Time t equals to 3, time t equals to 4, velocity is same. Time t equals to 5, velocity is same. So when you connect all these points, you get a straight line. So it means velocity of the body is constant. This is velocity. Velocity of the body is constant. Velocity in terms of meter per second. So velocity of the body is constant with time. Then we say the body is moving with a uniform velocity. And in general, velocity may change. Now let us look at here. So if you take total distance covered by the body, or maybe you can say the change in position of the body, displacement of the body during or between 0 and 5 seconds is equals to change in position of the body between 0 and 5 seconds. So we know from the data points, when time t is 0, position is 0. When time t equals to 5, then location of the body is 10 meter from the reference frame. So it is x of t2 minus x of t1. So now question is, the change in position between time t is 0 and t is 5. So that is x of 10 seconds minus x of 0, and x of 10 seconds, sorry, x of 5 seconds between 0 and 5 second. When time t is 5 second, then position is 10 meter, and when time t is 0, position is 0, then change in position is 10 meter. Between time t equals to 0 and 5 seconds, the change in position is 10 meter. The same thing you can get by taking area under this curve. So the body is moving with uniform velocity v, that is 2 meter per second, and when you take, and the body is moving with 2 meter per second for 5 seconds, then total change in displacement here, if you say the area under this part, if you compute area under this part, area under that part will be now this one. Let us take this length times that length. This length is 2 and this length is 5. Then 2 into 5 is 10. So this is what you will get. So because 2 is meter per second and 5 is second, meter per second times second is meter. So area is 10 meters. So it means if you take area under velocity time graph, you will get change in position. So you can write down here, in general, the if t is time, and v is velocity. So here it's velocity, and v is velocity, let us say, at particular and moving with constant velocity. So as time goes on, there is no change in velocity. So now I am measuring time here from 0, let's say that is t. So the body is moving with a uniform velocity between time t is 0 and time t is t. Then we need to find what is change in position of the body between time t is 0 and t is t seconds. So that you can get by taking area under this curve. By taking area under this curve, that is, this length is v because that point is v, and that length is t. So that point is t, that length is t, so you can write it's vt. This is change in position. That is the change in position. Sometimes you see sometimes you see the velocity, sometimes velocity may not be constant. For example, if velocity is not constant, now let us say here time t in seconds, and this is velocity, and as time goes on, velocity, if velocity increases, let us say, now let us say this is the maximum velocity, and that, let us say, it's v. Now what is the change in position of the body if velocity of the body is changing like this? So maybe this is time t. So it is starting from 0 velocity. As time goes on, velocity is also increasing, and once it comes, or at time t is t, the body acquired velocity v. So it's starting from 0. As time goes on, velocity is also increasing. When time t is t, then its velocity is v. So now we need to find a change in position of the body between time t is 0 and t is t. So now, in this case, the change in position is, you can take area under this part once again. So area under this part will be, this is v, so this height is v, and this part is t. So the area under this part will be now 1 by 2 Vt. This is the change in position. So let us take data points for a point object. Now let's say this is time in seconds, and this is velocity in meter per second. So when time t is 0, let us consider this non-uniform velocity. So when time t is 0, velocity is also 0. When time t is 1, velocity is, let us say, 2, let us take in meter per second. And when time t is 2, velocity is 4. Time t is 3, velocity is 6. Let us take only these 3 data points. Let us plot this graph. If I plot this graph, then I get time t in terms of second, 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 3 only I have taken. Now this is the velocity in terms of meter per second, 2, 4 and 6. At time t is 0, velocity is 0, so you get point here. At time t is 1, velocity is 2, your point is here. At time t is 2, velocity is 4, your point is here. At time t is 3, velocity is 6, then your point is somewhere here. So if you draw the graph, if you connect all these points, you get that. Now as velocity is changing, there exists acceleration. So now acceleration is defined as delta v by delta t. For this case, let us try to find out average acceleration of the body between time t is 0 and t is 3 seconds. Now that equals to vt2 minus vt1 by t2 minus t1. Now let us compute velocity acceleration of the body between time interval t is 0 and 3. So now at t is 0, let us take here t is 0, then velocity is also 0. When t is let us say 3 seconds, velocity is 6 meter per second. So then acceleration during this period is Vt2, this is Vt2 6 minus Vt1 is 0 by T2 is 3 and T1 is 0. So this is 6 by 3, that is 2 meter per second square. 2 meter per second square. That is the average acceleration of the body between time t is 0 and 3 is time t is 3 seconds. Similarly, you can compute average velocity between time t is 1 and time t is 2. So when time t is 1 second, its velocity is 2 meter per second, and time t equals to 2 second, its velocity is 4 meter per second. Then average acceleration equals to 4 minus 2 by 2 minus 1, that is 2 by 1, that is 2 meter per second square. Acceleration is a constant, however be the whatever be the time interval, because the body is moving with constant acceleration. It means the velocity of the body, the change in velocity of the body is same in all intervals. For example, if you say from 0 to 1, change in velocity is 2, and when you go from here to there, and again there is change in velocity 2 meter per second and so on. So this is constant acceleration. The body is moving with a constant acceleration. Whenever body is moving with a constant acceleration, your acceleration will be constant whatever be the time interval. So now you can simply write down, for example, for in general, if I have velocity time graph like this, so the slope of the equation, the slope of this graph will be your acceleration. So acceleration will be equals to slope of this graph, that is Vt2 minus Vt1 by T2 minus T1. This is what your acceleration. Now for this case, for the above case, we got acceleration is 2 at every point. So if acceleration is the same at every point, let us draw the graph between acceleration versus time. When time t is 0, acceleration is, see here, let us take the data points once again here. When time t is 0, acceleration that is measured in terms of meter per second square. When time t is 0, acceleration is 2 meter per second square. At time t is 1, again same acceleration, 2 also same acceleration, and time t 3 is also, you get same acceleration. So when you draw graph here, 0, 1, 2 and 3, so acceleration is, let's say, common everywhere, it's 2, and for 1 also it's 2, for 2 also it's that, and for 3 also. So this is the plot what you get. Now you can compute change in velocity of the body here. Change in velocity of the body here is, you will see this result I am taking for the same problem. So change in velocity, here you see change in velocity of the body between time interval t is 0 and 3 is 6. Change in velocity is 6. Let us compute from the graph. So change in velocity I got is, let us write here, 6 meter per second. Let us take area under this curve. Area under this curve will be now, so this is 2 meter per second square, and this is again 3 seconds. So once you calculate that, your area becomes 6 meter per second. So now if you take area under acceleration and time graph, you are getting change in velocity. If you take area under acceleration and time graph, you will get change in velocity. So in general, if acceleration of the body is constant, you say this, and this is t, acceleration of the body is constant. Body is moving with a constant acceleration. It's starting from 0 on time t. Then to find change in velocity of the body when it comes here, maybe after traveling time t, the change in velocity will be equals to area under this curve.